Alright guys, how y'all doing? What do I have here? I have a water furnace. I love them. You can do a lot of cool things, and what I'm going to go over is the dip switches. Only thing you really have to remember with these is SW21, SW26, and SW27. Very easy to service these things. So, come up here. This is normal display. SW21 is on. SW21 is on. I got it all. I got this. Service it. Okay, that's normal display. On. Okay. So what you're going to want to do to go in a current fault, very easy. One is off, one on. And this will put you in a service mode where you will shorten your delays. So, there are no faults. So, let's go to inputs. Off, on. This will tell us what our inputs are on. So we have off, on. So we have drain, water flow, high pressure. Drain, water flow, high pressure. We have Y1, Y2, and O. Y1, Y2, and O. Okay, and so let's go to outputs. Outputs, on, off. On, off. So we gotta switch these two. On, off. So, let me make sure on, off. We have drain, high pressure, low pressure, and status. Drain, high pressure, low pressure, and status. Drain, compressor on low, high pressure reversing valve, fan, and loop 1. Okay, so yeah, so you see how to work that. The reason why the top SW1 is NA here is because it doesn't matter. Leave it in the service mode, the off position. Leave it on the off position. It'll shorten the delays. It'll really help you out when you're servicing the system. Okay, so far as checking them out, everyone says, oh, I never hook my gauges up to a unit, to a Geo. Well, I do. It's very convenient to have. I hook these up, my temperature probes right up to my loops. These are metal. Okay, this is giving me the temperature drop across, and this is just residual refrigerant from before, but this will give me my temperature drop across my loop, which is very helpful when you are trying to figure out if your flow is right, which will tell you everything. So what we do here is we have 47 psi. So, and we will go down here. This one's a little bit of a pain. If you want to slide these in as smooth as possible, you do not want to break that needle in there. It'd be a major pain. So we have 50 psi. So 50. 51. So we have about a 4 psi drop with a 58 entering. So our unit's 3.0. So we go to 50, 3.0. We had like a 4 psi drop. So we have right about 8 GPMs. So This is a 2.5 ton system. Go a little further over here to our up. Here we go. So this is our equipment. You gotta look for your equipment. You don't want to go to the wrong one. Go to your equipment. 50 degrees, entering water temperature, and this will give you all of your formulas. Now this is what you got to worry about. If you are in, this range, I have like, about 2, so let's go 1.5. My water temperature rise is from 5 to 22 degrees. That would not be much water. I would definitely, if I had a temperature rise that high, but see, I have a 50 psi, so I think I will go upstairs and get a temperature drop, and if everything falls in range, I do not need to hook my gauges any further up to this piece of equipment. So, and if you wonder how I pressurize these things, it's very easy. You don't need to drag a hose in. Don't drag a hose in. All you need is a refrigeration pump. Okay? And the refrigeration pump, to pump that much water, will fill up quite a bit of loops. I mean, you do not need much water to pressurize these loops. That will probably, when I leave here, I'll set these at 70 psi. Okay? I will not use all this water. I will use part of the water. So, here's the problem with these refrigeration pumps. Gotta make sure you oil them balls. Okay. I'll just show you all real quick. Me pressurizing the loops, so I'm bleeding the hoses. Don't want anything in there. No air in this system. I just ordered a new water pressure gauge, digital one. I'm real excited about getting it. So these just have needle probes. Okay, let me show you. That's one pump. Water does not compress. If you need a whole lot of water, you have air in your system. I'll leave these around 70 psi when I leave. I'll recheck it after I put this water in. Ball bearings inside the water pump stick sometimes. So here we go. See how much water I use. And this has 2 geos, 1 loop. Oh, and yeah, that's something else I want to go over. How to do that. It's very easy to tie these pumps together. Some people might have questions on it. And if you do, I'm going to show you. Very easy. It's right here, page 12. Page 12. Very easy. You go from one geo to the other geo. That's right there. See that? You go from one to common. Where am I? One to common, one to end, and you go to common, and one to out. Very simple to hook them up. You gotta have one in, one out. And what makes a difference is the one end, this is out. So this is sending voltage to this one to tell that relay right right there, well, not that relay, that junction, that goes to the circulator, the flow center. And I love these circuit boards. These circuit boards are sweet. This circuit board, as you see, there's stuff not being used. All the water furnace does that. You know, you can, all their circuit boards are so far advanced. Their Envision 7 series is really cool. It's a real quick demonstration of Geo. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, just go ahead and ask and I'll help you out. Alright guys, bye. Hey guys, how's it going? Something I didn't go over was heat of extraction. Something that's very easy, and that's how you check and see if these systems are operating properly. I had, when I left, 71 psi and 67 psi on my loop, my water pressure side. That's a 4 psi difference. And I had a 67 at 0.6 degree and 58.8 degree. That's a 8.8 degree temperature split across my loop. So what you do is you find your GPMs, which is very easy. I showed you how to in the video. And so I went with 7.5 GPMs. So if you take GPMs, times that by your brine factor, which is 500 in my case. If you're using water or antifreeze, it would be 485. And you times that by your delta T, and that equals your BTUs. So you take your GPMs times your brine factor times your delta T, that equals BTUs. So in my case, 7.5 times 500 times 8.8 equals 33,000 BTUs. And that's what this geothermal system is running at. No need to hook the gauges up to it. The refrigerant side of the gauges, everything's working properly. If any questions or comments, just comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.